Once you've created an item in Decision Tracker, the next step is to move it forward or initiate a child workflow. So the first thing that you need to do is find the item that you would like to work with. To do that, you're going to go to your active queue and find the item that you would like to work with. You can use a search field if you know a keyword in the item that you're looking for, or you can click on any of the column headers to sort by alphabetical or ascending or descending order. Once you find the item that you would like to work with, you click on the ID to open it. Once the item opens, this section will tell you who the item is currently assigned to and what activity it is in. When you move an item forward, you are sending it to somebody else for action, and it's leaving your active queue. When you initiate a child workflow, you are sending it on a sub-activity to somebody else, asking for input or to answer a question. When they complete their child workflow, the item will come back to you, and you can then choose to move it forward or initiate another child workflow at that time. For this video, we are going to talk about moving items forward. When you click on the Move Forward button, you'll open up a screen called Main Flow Movement. In the activity field, there may be an option auto-populated for you. This is the recommended next activity from the step that you are in. You can click on the field and see other options and select from there. When you've made your selection for the activity, there may be a user field that you'll need to complete too. When you select a user, this is who the activity will be assigned to. You can add comments here to help direct the user or provide additional information. When you're moving something to the section leader proposal approval, you don't have to have a document attached yet, because what they are approving or rejecting is your proposal idea. So the synopsis of proposal that you entered when creating your item is what they will be looking at. When you've completed all of the fields, you click on the Move Forward button. You are returned to your active queue. In the previous step, we moved an item forward from initial entry to the section leader proposal approval. At this point, a section leader will review the synopsis of proposal and determine how they would like to move forward. The suggested next step is to send the item to the PELMT proposal approval activity. However, if the section leader has read the synopsis of proposal and determined that they would like to reject it at this time, they could pick Deny Proposal. At this time, they would enter a rejection reason and click Move Forward. This would complete the item's life cycle and put it into a final disposition of rejected. Perhaps the section leader read the synopsis of proposal and determined that now is not the right time for this item to move all the way forward through the process, and they would like to send it to the parking lot. After selecting Sent to Parking Lot for the activity, they would enter their comments for why they've made this determination and click the Move Forward button. This would send the item to the parking lot, where it would wait until it's selected to move forward through the process again. If the section leader has determined that they need more information from the author, they can select Return to Author in the activity field and select that person from the user field. Then they would enter comments about what they need more information on and click the Move Forward button. For this training video, we are going to choose the selected activity of PELMT Proposal Approval. I'm going to select myself so that we can continue to work through the process. You can see that the item has been successfully moved. When we find the item ID, you can see that the activity is PELMT Proposal Approval. Clicking on the ID opens the item, and now you can see that the item is currently assigned to me for the activity of PELMT Proposal Approval. From here, once again, you can either move forward or initiate a child workflow. We are going to select Move Forward. Now you can see that the default activity is Return to Author. You also have Deny Proposal or Sent to Parking Lot. If the PELMT has approved the proposal for work, they would return it to the author, select that user, and enter comments directing the user to start work on a first draft, if that has not already been done. If the PELMT has rejected the proposal, they would choose Deny Proposal and enter a rejection reason and choose Move Forward. This would complete the item's life cycle. If they've determined that it should be sent to the parking lot, they would choose Sent to Parking Lot and enter appropriate comments and click on Move Forward. For this training, we are going to move forward in the process as if it was approved. We're going to go back to that same item. Now you can see that the activity is Returned to Author. We're going to open the item, and now you have a red flag that says Must Have Working Document before moving item forward. Up until this point, you have been working on a proposal, so all of the approvals or rejection decisions have been made on this synopsis of proposal field. Now it's time to write your first draft and attach it. Click on the paperclip icon to select a file. For attachment type, select Working Document, enter applicable comments if you need to, and then click the Save button. Once you've attached a document with the type Working Document, the flag goes away and you'll be allowed to move forward again. So at this point, you don't have a default activity because there's a lot of different places you can send an item when it's been returned to you as the author. Because we just wrote the first draft we're going to send it to section leader draft approval. We're going to select a user. This would generally be your section leader, and you're going to click move forward. Once again, I'm acting as every role in this workflow, and so I will have the item in my active queue for the activity of section leader draft approval. Acting as the section leader now, I would go to the attachments, I would see the working document, open the file, and review it. At that point, I would be able to make my determination about how I would like to move the item forward. If it's ready for PELMT draft approval, I would stick with the default activity. Or you can always reject the proposal at this point as well by clicking Deny Proposal and entering a rejection reason. We're going to pick PELMT draft approval to move forward and choose a user. Generally, this would be the person that is acting on behalf of PELMT, and you would enter your comments and click on the Move Forward button. So now you can see the item ID and the activity is PELMT draft approval. This item would be taken to PELMT, where all members would look at the working document and review it. Then the representative from PELMT would move the item according to PELMT's directive. Using the Move Forward button, they will have options of deny the proposal, send the item to the policy manager, return to the author, or technical writer review or finalization. Technical writer finalization is the step where the item is actually sent off for signature. Technical writer review is used to send the draft to the technical writer for review of format, grammar, and active language. Return to the author could be used if you have comments that you would like them to fix before continuing on in the process. Policy manager would be selected if the item is ready to be sent for program comment or for formatting. For this video, we are going to choose policy manager as the activity. Once again, I'm going to select myself, and you would enter comments from PELMT about what they would like to happen with this item now, and they would click the Move Forward button. As you can see from this video, moving forward is simply a series of steps of selecting the correct activity, the correct user, and entering comments or reasons for why you are moving the item the way that you are.